All right, everybody, we are live.
Live, rolling, filming. I guess it's not really filming anymore, right? Ain't no film. It's all digital. We are recording.
No such thing.
We are recording video. Digital recording. In the guard here, coming off the heels with UFC Vegas 49. Islam Makhachev versus, surprise, Bobby Green. And kind of went as expected.
That was over pretty fast.
I
thought there would be more resistance.
It was
from Bobby
the finish
Green.
or the ending, the result I thought would happen. I thought Bobby would be able to keep it going for a little bit longer. You know, you see guys like, which I think like if you gave him a fight against Thiago Moises, like Bobby beats Thiago Moises.
Oh, for sure.
But Thiago Moises did better against Islam Makhachev. He lasted a little bit longer. I mean, it took a little bit more of a mauling, but still, Islam he's ready for his championship shot.
You got to give it to him now. It's not his fault. These things keep happening in these situations.
You get 10 in a row. I mean, he gets the winner of Justin and Charles for sure. Bobby Green, props to him. I mean, that's a hell of a challenge. I know he was not the first person they called.
No.
A lot of people said
plus
no.
600.
A lot of people said, no, I don't want this fight. I'm going to lose this. I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to do this. And Bobby said, fuck it. Let me step in, give it a shot. He shot a shot. And maybe with a full camp and, you know, he does a little bit better, but I still think Islam ends up winning the fight.
Yeah, I don't think he does much. Maybe he gets to the second round.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's just same result.
Although I do think that was an early stoppage.
I think it was mercy. I think it was good. He wasn't getting up. He was like, he was sprawled out.
There should never be
getting
mercy
beat.
in a fight.
Yeah. I mean,
If he dies, he dies.
Save that shit for Little League Baseball. All right, this is not Little League Baseball. These are adults that sign up to beat the shit out of each other. Let the fight finish. But anyway, Islam would have won the fight. He moves on, faces the winner, Justin and Charles, which both give, I think, interesting challenges for Islam. I
think Islam's a champion before the end of the year.
I'm not so sold on him like that. His resume is not that impressive.
Well,
the people he's beaten, his best win is I must here for a paycheck, Dan Hooker.
The hardest fight is going to be Charles Oliveira.
If Justin Gaethje hits him in the fucking face, he's going to go.
I don't think he's going to get a chance to.
We've seen Islam get knocked out. It happens. It has happened before. Justin Gaethje lost to Khabib, but he beat the shit out of everybody else. We're going to find out. Whoever wins that, if he's able to withstand Charles Oliveira grappling, he'll have a shot against Islam Makhachev. Because, again, you got to figure, if it ends up being Gaethje and Makhachev, Gaethje beat Oliveira.
But you know how Gaethje does when he has to fear the takedown.
But you don't understand what I'm saying. If it ends up being Justin Gaethje versus Islam Makhachev, that means Gaethje has just beaten Charles Oliveira, who's every bit the grappler, if not better than Islam Makhachev, and a better striker.
I think their grappling's two different styles. Oliveira's and
Oliveira's a danger on the
Makhachev.
feet, where Islam is 0% danger on the feet.
True.
So again, if he gets through Charles Oliveira, he's just as good. He should be the favorite going into the fight against Islam. But he's got to beat Oliveira first. That's not going to. Obviously, nobody's able to do it. It hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So again, stop disrespecting the guys ahead of him who have beaten fucking legends. These guys ahead of him have beaten top fucking fighters. Islam has he's beaten good guys. He's earned his shot, but let this guy get there first. He's not Khabib.
If he had not far off.
If he had he's nowhere near Khabib. Nowhere near Khabib. He's not as dominant as Khabib the Nurmagomedov is. He did not punish people the way Khabib does. He's good. But again, go back, watch the Arman Sarukian fight, who we'll talk about later on in this card. Again, Sarukian made him look very, very human. I had Sarukian scoring higher than him on that fight. Again, I'm not going to sit there and beat the drum. This guy is a human being. Just let him grow. If he goes through the gauntlet, he wins that title, he holds it down, then crown this motherfucker. Don't do it yet.
I'm calling it. Islam's a champ by the end of
Go ahead.
22.
Go ahead.
You heard it here first.
I'm not sold on it.
Well, let's
I'm
go.
not even sold that fight would happen in 22.
I think it would.
Somebody gets hurt. What happened? There's no
That's
guarantee
true.
that fight happens.
Assuming no one gets hurt, it happens.
There's no guarantee. It's still no guarantee that fight happens in 22.
Well, Serkinov and your favorite turd man.
Turd man does
This
it.
is a strange fight.
It was because Turman gets on his back.
Out the gate, Turman gets very big turd power.
Drops a deuce.
Dominant position, has the rear naked choking. He backpacks Misha Serkinov for a good half of the first round.
And then starts being Turman.
And then fucking somehow, Turman being Turman can go from a dominant position and end up getting 10-8'd in round one.
Because
Since when was he a prodigy from Brazil? I never knew he was a prodigy.
I don't know.
They kept saying that all
For
night.
all my wrestling fans here, to me, he looks a lot like Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son. So anybody who watches WWE, look up Dominic Mysterio. He looks fucking just like him to me. But anyway, Misha fucking almost ends with a ground and pound at the end of round number 1. Goes to the card again. Goes to the corner. Tellerman comes down round 2, pulls up an armbar from guard.
Yeah, he gets hit with a judo trip from Serkinov. Serkinov sits in his guard, and just out of nowhere, there's an armbar from closed guard. Like it felt like it was set up or something. I'm like, what just happened?
This is like, this is a lot. This is a crazy fight. Turnman proves me wrong. It was my lock of the night. Got fucking fucked. I can't believe it happened. Again, Misha Serkinov, it's time to go.
People right now, they're going back to that previous podcast, looking at Mike, talking about, it's Turman fighting.
Yeah. He lost that fight. He fucking should have lost like 3 times in that one round. But again, he got that armbar from guard. He moves on. I'm still fading Turman every time he fucking fights. Again, I'm not feeling it. Here's the controversy.
Fight of the night, right? Maybe.
This was fight of the night for sure, I think.
This are the Petrosian and Rodriguez, which is very similar stories, right? He had power versus volume.
Jan Kim and Priscilla Cachoeira.
So you want to lead off on this one?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Like, watching it I've watched this fight twice now. The first time I watched it, I scored it for Priscilla the Zombie Girl winning 2 rounds. She got pieced up during the second round. Jo Yeon Kim won that second round, in my opinion. The first round, Priscilla hit her with some big shots. She didn't have quite the volume, but she hit her with the bigger shots that I saw more impactful.
Pretty hard and took her down.
Took her down. So I gave first and third to Priscilla. But going back and watching, I can see why people are upset. Like, because I mean there's quite a bit of those rounds where Zombie's just throwing air balls and she's getting punched in the face. I mean, so I can see it, but I don't think it's like as big as outrage as everybody's making it out to be. That Zombie won the fight.
Here's what I say to anybody who's pissed off. Fuck off. Listen, I get what you're saying. Everything you say about Kim's volume and piecing her up, I'd fucking question that, because if this woman is walking right through your fucking punches, stop calling yourself Fire Fist for 1, 2, because your fucking punches don't do shit. And 2, you aren't piecing nobody up. She's walking forward. It's not hurting her. So why even count it as a strike?
But we saw the post-fight pics, right? Did you see? Priscilla looks
pieced up. She never took a step back. It never slowed her down. She never stopped coming forward, and she was hitting those elbows.
Well, also, but like Kim rocked her quite a few times.
That doesn't.
No, she didn't. She
did.
Walked. Kim was back to the cage the whole time.
But she kept going forward.
And who was the big fucking bloody face at the end of the fight?
Well, towards the end, she got cut with those bows.
Big fucking gusher at the end of the fucking fight, too.
Yeah.
Throwing elbows. There was one person trying to win the fight and one person trying to score points.
That's true.
Right?
That's
so anytime, this is what I prefer in scoring. Give me the person that's going there and trying to fucking end the fight, especially if it's close. And then Kim had no big moments in the fight. She hit her more times, clearly. Was sharper, more technical striker, clearly. But again, the better fighter in this fight was fucking Priscilla Cachoeira. Catch me in the streets, I'm taking Zombie Girl over fucking Jian Kim. Any day of the week. And all you motherfuckers that sweat Nate Diaz and talk about, Nate Diaz round 5 and Nate Diaz almost beat Leon and this and that. How you not backing this chick right here? Because she did fucking Nate Diaz.
Yeah,
that's what she fucking did. She came
did.
through. All your arguments, I get it. Yeah, the volume was there. She pieced her up, whatever you want to say. But she was throwing pillow fists. They're fucking not. And the swelling, whatever. Priscilla Cachoeira blocks her face. So I don't even think, does that count as landing?
They both do.
Does that count as landing? If I'm putting my face in front of you and letting you hit me, does that count as a landed shot, or am I just fucking this guy, whatever? You're not landing shit.
Yes, it's a landed shot.
It's a landed shot.
Don't block
Her face proves
with
it.
your forearms or something.
But again, markings don't matter either. Look at George Pierre versus fucking Johnny Hendricks. George St. Pierre, George fucking St. Pierre's face was fucking ripped to shreds.
Yeah, that was
Again, give me the person that's going in there trying to fucking fight for you, not the person that's trying to score points. Kiss my ass. And it's what pisses me off mostly about this fucking fight is early in the night we had the same fucking fight happen basically between Petrosian and Rodriguez, and they went the other way. So there's inconsistency of judging. That's the biggest problem. If they called it the same way every single time, I think a lot less people would be
switch
pissed
out
off.
the judges, right?
But they should be going by the same criteria. So if you call it the same way,
and technically in this fight, if you go by your like damage, right? And it looks like at the end of it,
damage is not a thing. Damage is not part of the criteria.
It is, isn't it?
No, it's effective striking and grappling.
And then what is
That's a fucking gray fucking term.
And then they have octagon control, right?
No, octagon control is not on there.
I forget the other ones, but I know the number one criteria is effective grappling and striking. That's the number one criteria. So
But punching someone in the face is Tony Ferguson blocks with his face with Gaethje, and they had to stop that fight.
But they had
he
to
kept
stop the fight because he was hurting him.
He kept moving forward. And
Define effective. If someone is still coming at you when you're punching in the face, how effective is your striking?
There's no reality to that. It's perspective. It's like what this judge sees versus what that judge sees. And I can see this fight. I mean, if they would have had Kim, I wouldn't have been mad about it.
And what I'm calling for in this after this fight, and again, the Petrosian Rodriguez consistency. Let us know what to look for.
I think it just needs to go to one big round, 20 minutes. Let them fucking fight.
What? Just let them.
Or one 15-minute round.
Or
Pride rules.
We're going to round 4.
Well, you had Pride rules, 10-minute round, right? 5-minute overtime.
Yeah.
And I also think they shouldn't do round scoring.
Yeah. Or give them like 2 rounds or some shit.
Don't go 10-9 round. MMA is way too complex for 10-9 scoring. There's way too much shit to look at. There's way too many things that can happen. Let them fight for 3 rounds, and at the end of it, you know what? I think this person.
Well, it's kind of like when we get to this. We'll talk about when we get to this next fight. Before it just went south for Alvarez.
It went south.
Yeah, so let's move on. So essentially, Arman Tsarukyan to Joel Alvarez. He decides to just fucking let Arman Tsarukyan into his guard. He goes to the mat willingly.
He didn't let anything. Joel Alvarez has never stopped a takedown in his life.
Anyway,
I'm not exaggerating. I'm not just talking shit. It's not hyperbole. He has 0% takedown defense.
So let's say,
and I'm going to be real pissed.
There was
moments in
this fight when I was watching this fight. Arman was in his closed guard. Arman was really focused mostly on passing the guard the first amount of time he was spending in his closed guard, but Alvarez was trying to hunt some subs, throw some elbows. I would say that's Alvarez having control of that fight when he has it in closed guard.
No.
Well, I mean, when he's sitting in a resting position, when Arman's in a resting position in a closed guard, he's not really controlling anything. He's trying to work to pass the guard, but he's getting elbowed in the top of his head. There's submissions being hunted, but then he starts to posture up to pass that guard.
He was going body, head
offense.
the whole time.
That's when he officially takes control.
He was going body, head that whole time. Joel Alvarez was trying to throw some Hail Mary submissions that worked against fucking cans and was going against a real fighter, and it fucking cost him. This guy has gotten lucky that he's fallen into the people that fall in those guard aren't like his equal in the grappling, and he's caught submissions, and it bit him in the ass.
I mean, I saw that fight. Probably it was going to go the way that it was going, but what really changed it was that big ass elbow that come down,
that's what
cut him open, and that was it.
That's what changed it from a decision to a finish.
That was it.
But I mean, that pisses me off mostly about this fight is I was hard on Tsarukyan the whole week. I was texting Tony that he's going to maul this guy, no takedown defense. Alvarez is a can crusher. I've thrown all that shit. And somehow late in the week, I let fucking Twitter, all these fucking YouTube shows talk me out of fucking backing Arman Tsarukyan. I took the bait on Joe Alvarez, and it fucked me on bets.
I mean, I took Alvarez. A lot of us did. We thought he would put up a better
I
fight.
took the bait and fell for the FOMO. But everything that I researched, all my numbers, all my tape study, I was like, Tsarukyan's going to fuck this guy up. Yeah. And I fucking let everybody talk me
and I thought
that.
Moises was better than what he is as well. Because, I mean, like, I watched Arman's all of his other previous fights. And there was times he looked really good. And there's times he didn't look that great.
Who's Moises' best win against Alex Hernandez?
Yeah, maybe.
And that's not aging very well right now.
So there's moments I saw Arman. Like, I saw there spots that Alvarez could capitalize if, like, Arman got sloppy. He did get sloppy in some of those previous fights, but...
Arman is not really got. He's only lost his fucking Islam Makhachev, and that was back and forth. That was a tight fight. If you give that fight to Islam, it wasn't by a lot. It was a close fight. Arman's fucking real. Arman might fight Islam for the title one day in a rematch.
No, I can see that.
That can very easily happen. I think Tsarukyan should fight Gillespie next.
Or fight Bobby Green.
But why would he go backwards?
Is Bobby Green was
he's not even ranked.
Closer, right?
Bobby Green's not even ranked.
What is Arman? What's he
like
ranked?
13th.
Is he?
What weight division?
Lightweight. No, that would be a huge step down for Tsarukyan.
I didn't realize Bobby Green was that far back.
He's not ranked.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that was just the last. I was gonna say he wasn't the first one. If you
what about Gamrot?
I mean, Gamrot would be a good matchup.
I don't know what Gregor Gillespie's doing. He's like fucking hiding under a rock or something.
No, he's been calling out fucking Tony Ferguson.
Has he? Why he fight Ferguson?
Because he's above him. He's above him in the thing. He beat his ass.
He'll beat Ferguson's ass.
I don't. Hey, I'm not giving up. I'm taking Tony's next fight. If he fights Chandler
I
too,
want to see. They were talking about Chandler and Ferguson. They're trying to work that out.
I like that fight for fucking Tony.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Petrosian versus Rodriguez.
This is basically the same. This makes a little bit more sense.
Split
This is
decision.
basically the
the zombie girl, and Kim just a male version of it. You had Rodriguez going heavier, near submission with those fucking knee bars at the end, great grappling versus Petrosian volume.
And somebody gave Petrosian a 30-27.
Yeah, that was
like what?
I
He
mean,
didn't even win the last round.
They were 3 close rounds. I had Rodriguez win that fight 29-28, but again, this was tight. I'm not going to go to. I think this was more competitive than the Kim and fucking.
No, that was competitive.
Moving on to some lightweight prospects.
Not competitive
Zhu
at all.
versus Bahamut. It had moments where it's competitive.
Wow.
Zhu needs some sense of urgency. Because when he would push the pressure, he put it on Bahamunez a few times. Bahamunez shows he's well-rounded in this fight, getting that sub-victory. Kickboxing background.
But he controls his
kickboxer.
range and stuff very well. Like he's a very good kickboxer.
I mean, this was a crazy fight to have between these two guys this early in their careers, both young prospects. I'm not writing off Rong Zhu because he's 21 years old. That's a lot. And if you compare him to, like, we were joking before we started going on and recording, fucking compare him to Chase Hooper. Give me Rong Zhu's future over Chase Hooper's any day of the week. So I'm not gonna write up when you have guys like Charles Oliveira, making late Glover Teixeira making late career runs. I'm not gonna write off a guy who's 21 years old. I think he just needs a new team. Whoever's he's working with now, he's gonna get some sense of urgency. He freaked me out when
Come to the USA.
when he went to the pink hair. Drastic hair changes always make me wary. Not that it's pink, the fact that he just drastically changed his hair freaked me out. But again, Bahamundez, give him a rank guy. Why not?
Why not?
That's 3 wins in the UFC.
What's that, 155?
Yeah, 3 straight wins. He's a big 155 or 2.
That's 2 weight misses in a row for Zhu, I think.
That was a big one too. Yeah, big
Yeah.
weight miss. So that's another thing he needs to work on. Again, he's a fucking young kid. He needs to get some discipline. Needs to get some shit going.
Next fight.
Joseph Benavidez versus Ramona Pasquale.
Josiane Nunes, small, 5'2", 145.
Yeah,
fighting up a weight class.
Look, she 2 weight classes. Wasn't this at featherweight? This is featherweight. She's a
I
125.
thought she was doing bantamweight her first fight though.
Yeah, this was a featherweight fight. Listen, Nunes has got some pop. She's a fucking bulldog. I love her, but if she wants to make some noise, she needs to go down to 125.
Yeah.
She's too small to face the Holly Holmes, and I don't even know if GDR is still fighting anymore. But people like that, she's way too small for that.
Peña's the Nunes.
Yeah, she's too small for that for sure. She needs to drop back down. Pasquale though, shout outs to her. She's fucking tough as shit.
Yeah.
Got some takedowns in this, last second replacement came in there. I don't think she's that terrible. I think she's young in her career. As far as I think she has like 6-7 fights only.
Yeah.
So again, in that featherweight, there's many
nobody
people.
else there for her to compete against.
She's got a fucking chin. We know.
Give her Felicia Spencer. No, she retired.
She
didn't
retired. Yeah, she's doing I think for Eagle FC. I think she's doing commentary now. Or some shit.
Interesting.
But yeah, Pasquale, battling effort, but Nunes, was in control of that whole fight.
Terence McKinney. Wow, it's a sub on his
The
finish.
the Frenchest moment in UFC history. That fucking way,
Yeah, it was like-
tapped to that fucking.
It wasn't even a choke.
Wasn't even. It's funny. Seconds after Bisping goes, that's not even in good. That's not even a choke. He taps like right after he says that. Terence McKinney, 2 quick victories in the UFC, well-rounded. He's an All-American wrestler or something like that. I think
Something like that.
He's a big wrestling background. Has some hands.
Keep it going.
Young prospect, keep it going. He's what, 2 straight knockout or knockout submission victory. Again, move him up on that. Maybe put him and Bahamundez together.
Or Bobby Green.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Why
go.
not? All right.
Alejandro
Another
Perez,
ca-
Jonathan
another-
Martinez.
Featherweight because Alejandro's having a bad cut, huh?
Yeah, he called and said he had they moved up the featherweight. He was having a bad cut versus Jonathan Martinez. Solid back and forth fight. Martinez edged it out. Again, this is kind of on that power volume type thing. During
It was
our
a
breakdown of
kicking
this
from
fight,
Martinez, I think,
during the
for the most
breakdown of this fight, I told you I worried about J Mart's chin.
Yeah.
At the fucking end of round 1, J Mart's in control. Perez fucking drops him as time expires, though. Saved by the bell. If he would have did it 5, maybe 15 seconds earlier, J Mart probably would have lost by TKO fucking knockout because he fucking dropped him with a hook.
Yeah.
But J Mart weathers the storm and ends up getting the decision.
Man, Brahima.
This was I told Tony this was a lot. Michael Gilmore's not.
This
UFC
was like the main
level.
event. This was like the main event.
Look, Michael Gilmore is like the worst grappler.
I
in
knew it was
UFC
over before the
history.
fight even started because the guy done announcing the fight says you ready to fight. He takes this big deep. He's like, you can tell the nerves were getting to him and everything.
You got Ramiz Brahimaj, who's every single win of his career is a sub victory, versus a guy who has 0 takedown defense and gets subbed left and right. I told Tony Ramiz, who was a prospect, kind of has some hard times. If he doesn't win this one, get rid of him. But I think it's time for Gilmore. He got a few fights because he stepped up for the tough, the last second replacement, and I think he used all his goodwill. It's time for him to move on.
Yeah. This was a fun fight.
This is a fun, tight fight. Two guys from the Contender Series last season.
Could have gone either way.
And it was tough to call. We kind of were going back and forth on it. It was like at the end of round 2, I was like, this could be 2018 either way or 1919 going into the third, and Hernandez gets that split decision. And this was the definition of a split decision fight.
Yeah. No, a decent hope for the flyweight division.
Yeah, for sure. You meet him. Alto Moreno weighs in at 123, the lightest ever a man's ever weighed in the UFC.
He's got pounds of spare.
Yeah, never.
I wonder what he's walking around then. Like 135 probably, 130?
He probably walk around 123. Like, why would you cut more than that?
Walking around at 120.
Yeah.
He
ate a burger before he hopped on the scale.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, not even Benavidez, little ass. Weighing in at that much. That's
he probably weighs at least 150.
Yeah, lightest a man has ever weighed in the UFC.
123. That's
history.
crazy.
Well, so that wraps up UFC Vegas 49.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50's a good fun one.
So, how do we do on our whiskey and wagers?
Not very good.
I had Alto Moreno at plus 125.
I had
he
that.
lost.
You got your Islam sub.
No, I said sub.
Oh, it wasn't a sub.
I said
right.
round 1 sub plus 300. He did round 1 TKO.
So I was
What
1 for 3
was
on
that? Do you know what that line was?
For the TKO?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's probably higher.
Probably
Yeah,
higher.
That's why I was
higher.
thinking
It's
higher.
probably better.
I was 1 and 3, one out of 3, I should say, for my sportsbook picks. Priscilla Cachoeira cash for me. I had Altamirano split decision loss, and I had fucking Joel Alvarez. We kind of fucked my whole night over between betting and fucking DraftKings. Last second, I dumped a whole bunch of Joel Alvarez into my lineups, figuring, you know what, I'm going to ride with this guy. I had Makhachev locked and everything, which I think everyone did.
Yeah,
He was like
optimal.
70% owned, you know.
Yeah, I cashed. I had
And,
a 6 for 6, but it just wasn't enough to take anything
Yeah,
down.
fucking having too much Alvarez fucked me over on the DraftKings site, but you move on, right?
Yeah, Optimal had Sarkui.
This is why I hate head-to-head picks,
Yeah.
because it started making me doubt my own shit. Because, man, Tony's so sure about Alvarez. Man, everybody else is talking about Alvarez. Maybe my reads are wrong. You know, my head-to-head picks haven't been too good lately. Maybe I'm off. So I let that fucking sway me off Arman Sarukian, and it fucked me right in the ass. It fucked
Dude,
me right
that
in the ass.
happens sometimes.
No,
What do you do?
it's all because of those goddamn head-to-head picks, which we split. We were even this week. We only had
Yeah, because
two.
I ended up going Kim last minute.
We only had 2 different picks. Was the Kim fight? I had Cachoeira, and then Ziam and McKinney, and you had all the rest. We picked the same.
So what? Tony's up still, what,
6?
5 or 6?
6, I think.
Something
I
like
think
that.
6. I think it was 7 going in. But yeah, so we move on to the big boy.
So
It's gonna be a fun
this is
one.
gonna be a good one.
A lot of bad blood on this card.
272.
Oh yeah, especially that main
Masvidal,
event,
Covington.
right? Former friends, got all the fucking storylines.
What's
Look
really
at a
going
fucking
on?
updated picture of Masvidal. What the fuck? What year? That's when he fought.
That's when he was 155 probably.
That's when he was fighting Kimbo Slice.
This is a
UFC
pay-per-view.
272. You know, former friends, former top team teammates, Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. I mean, Colby, I think, deserves to be the favorite in this, but I don't think it's as wide as people think it is.
I mean, I've watched the sparring footage and stuff. You watched the sparring footage? Of these
I
two?
have not.
It's Colby getting the better of him.
Yeah.
He just takes
Who
him
released
down.
the footage?
Gotta be
I don't know.
ESPN or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I saw it just
Or
floating around on
is it
social
like
media.
the embedded or?
Yeah, I think they had something. I thought I saw there was like a commercial on it last night. They had it like showing it on to kind of hype up the fight.
Yeah, there was.
They released it.
Yeah, they released something. I haven't watched it yet.
And then it
but-
was like Masvidal, like yeah.
Well, for one, I don't value sparring footage all that much anyway, because I guarantee there's been moments where George got hit. When you spar with people, you have times you have moments back and forth. So it's whatever ones they decided to record and show that day. On paper, inside the cage, all that stuff's what I look at. And obviously Colby's route is volume, pace, keep the fight going. You know, he has the engine, he has the motor, he has the volume. He has better wrestling, but Jorge Masvidal's takedown defense is very good. I mean, Kamaru Usman struggled taking him down.
I just think Colby he'll mix it in real well. He'll overwhelm him with it. His pace, the way he mixes
More
in the
than
striking
Kamaru
with the
Usman?
takedowns. I think he will.
But Colby Covington is not a better wrestler than Kamaru Usman.
No, but like they may have this totally different strategy where Usman hangs back a little bit, where Colby's just fucking on you all fucking the whole fight.
Jorge Masvidal has been in the UFC for what? How many?
Yeah,
how many
and I don't
fights?
think
40
Masvidal
fights?
is-
MMA for
50.
50 fights.
Yeah.
In his 50 fights, he has like a 75% takedown defense. I'm sure he's faced guys like Colby Covington. Now, Colby Covington could still win rounds, again, by hitting the volume, pushing the pace, tiring him out, and maybe get a late finish and a flurry late in the fight because Jorge is just fucking toasted. But early in that fight, we all remember Ben Askren, right?
who's a better wrestler than Colby Covington. A way better wrestler than Colby Covington.
But that was a freak situation.
Yeah.
That was a freak, like 1 in a million kind of thing, right?
It still got knocked the fuck out. He still got
With his
knocked the fuck
knee,
out. Yeah.
he knocked himself out, really, right? He flew into the knee.
Here's the thing. I don't think Kobe's going to shoot on him.
I don't think so either.
I think he's going to stay on his feet and try to volume strike him. And if they standing tall, that means Jorge's on his feet. He's got those hands throwing. If he clips him, we all know Kobe's jaw is not too fucking strong. It's broken. We've seen it. It happens. So I think Masvidal is as live as a dog. People were saying Bobby Green was a live dog. No, Jorge Masvidal is a live dog.
Of course he's a live dog.
I plus minus 330. No way. Minus 150. Maybe I'd lay on Colby Covington. I'm not laying minus 330 whatsoever.
not from that
Plus
perspective.
260. I like that number on Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, the value's
Now,
on
If I'm
Masvidal.
going head-to-head picks, I'm gonna say Colby Covington wins by decision.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. But my money, my draft.
But how's Masvidal win?
by knockout.
Knockout.
By
Right.
knockout.
So
And you're probably
plus
getting a good
260, you're probably getting
350,
plus,
400
right.
number on that for sure. So I'd probably lay some money on that. I'm not betting anything on Colby Covington. I'm not. I mean, again, I'll play him in DraftKings. If he wins, his score is going to be through the roof. 5 rounds going through there. This could be a must-roster fight when DraftKings goes around because you're going to get George at a very low price. And obviously, you always like the underdogs in the main event for DraftKings. That's a good thing. This one's tougher to call.
I don't know. Last night I didn't.
RDA, physique.
Yeah, well, that was a
Play
last
any
second
Bobby
dog.
Green.
Yeah, nobody did. That's a fucking extreme situation.
This is hard. I don't know.
Supposed to be this was supposed to be the main event last week. Was it a week before or something like that? A couple weeks ago. Yeah, Dos Anjos for the Hill fight. This was supposed to be an event. Dos Anjos versus Fiziev. Was it visa issues or sickness for Dos Anjos? There's just a reason it got moved out. It was like nobody got hurt.
Yeah, I don't know why they moved it.
Here's the way this fight goes. Does Dos Anjos get a hold of him? This is more grappler versus striker than the last fight's going to be because Dos Anjos I don't think he has no path that this fight stands on his feet to stand with Rasfael.
I actually think Fiziev is going to win this fight.
Yeah, I mean, what do we have left?
I don't trust. Dos Anjos has been in and out. He's been injured. He's been this. He's been that.
The last time we saw him, he dominated Paul Felder, right? Who's no slouch, but it was short notice. It was a short notice fight for Paul Felder. It was supposed to be Islam, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, if Fiziev can keep this standing, I think he's going to knock
He's
out.
getting up there in age, 37 at
Anjos.
lightweight. Yeah, if he keeps it standing, there's no chance. On the feet, Fiziev is next level.
I want to see how the
Sharpest
line moves throughout the week.
I love Rafael Fiziev. I'm going to end up picking Rafael Fiziev because
Yeah.
I'm picking with my heart, and he's a guy I want to see do big things in the UFC and make this run.
I think 250 is a stretch, though. Minus 250 for Fiziev.
I think Fiziev ends up probably getting a knockout.
Yeah, I think he knocks him out.
I think he ends up getting a knockout in that fight.
Barboza and Thug Nasty.
This is a tough card.
If I go off Mitchell's Feely performance, I have to go Barboza.
See, but if you look at Barboza versus heavy grapplers, I know he's not. He is not Khabib Nurmagomedov. But that fight, Barboza wanted out of that cage. He did not want to be in there. He looked up at it. When's this guy going to stop? And Thug Nasty is relentless like that.
Yeah.
Is he as effective? Is he as strong? Maybe not as strong, but he's a fucking pretty relentless grapper. He's going to keep on coming at you.
He's got a lot of anger,
One
too.
thing he did do against Feely, right? Feely kept fighting it out, right? And he kept coming through, and he finally got that fucking the Skittles takedowns. So he's going to wet blanket Barboza. If Barboza, similar to the Fiziev fight, is able to keep this standing, he's got the edge for sure.
Yeah.
If he's able to,
Mitchell gets hit,
yeah. It's again, Barboza. Can
But
catch
he's
him,
14
come in.
and 0.
but he's it's
Yeah.
true.
He's a
But his
fucking-
level of competition,
Was it Arcan Dangerous?
Yeah.
Is that the name of his album? Arcan Dangerous. He's got
he's been pissed off about a lot of stuff. lately, too,
what I
so
really
we'll
want to see, if this happens, I'm locking in Bryce Mitchell. We just had, what's his name, Dale, whatever, from Detroit Urban Survival, walk Buckley. Can I get Alex Jones to walk Bryce Mitchell down to the fucking
no.
cage? Please. I would love to have Alex Jones in my corner. You know the crazy shit he would say?
He'd hype
How
you up,
hyped he would
probably.
Oh, I'd be so hyped.
He'd be screaming. the
Give him a
whole
bunch of
time.
fucking whiskey before he walk out there. He'd be
Talking
ready
about
to
the
go.
frogs and shit.
If Bryce Mitchell walks out with Alex Jones, lock him in. Oh, this is Kevin Holland. all
Kevin
day.
Holland should
this
win
Is a, this is
this
Kevin. This,
fight.
he's gonna win this.
I can't believe Cowboy's still fighting.
This
to
is
be
a
honest
Kevin
with you.
Holland win fight. This is get him off the Schneid fight. It's his first fight at welterweight, which I think is a great weight for him.
Yeah.
What was Dawkins? Dawkins is middleweight, wasn't it?
Yes,
fight at
Dawkins is middleweight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a welterweight, isn't it? Let me make sure I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His first debut at welterweight. Cowboy loves getting knocked out, and Kevin Holland likes knocking people out.
I can see him hitting him with a straight right.
And putting him to sleep, getting back on track. I really like the prospects of Kevin Holland at welterweight. I thought he was a small middleweight, and that's why he struggled with those big guys wrestling on him at the top. He never would have had a chance. I mean, him and Izzy
would have been as one-sided as can be.
Yeah.
But I think he has, especially, looks like Usman is trying to skate his way out of the UFC. I like him at welterweight, and I think this would get him on track. I think he ends in a highlight knockout for Kellen
Yeah,
Holland.
Holland wins this.
All right.
He says a lot of shit. Yeah. He said something funny.
Spivak retires Greg Hardy.
Yeah, we saw this fight. It was Tibor versus Hardy, right? I mean, Greg Hardy always has that puncher's chance where he's big. He fucking rocked Bam Bam. He rocked Bam Bam harder than fucking Derek Lewis did.
That's true. I think that was more of just Bam Bam not taking Hardy seriously, though.
Hardy's a fucking 6'7"
He's
pro
super
football
athletic.
player. And here's just the thing about Kevin Hardy. Greg Hardy. Who's Kevin Hardy? Whatever. Greg Hardy. He's still young in his UFC career. So we don't know how big of a jump he can take from fight to fight still.
Yeah.
You know, he's been out for a while. I'm taking Spivak to the polar bear to fucking wrestle fuck him to the ground and wear him out. He's got the asthma problems that we all know about. But again, then there's that Greg Hardy who went toe-to-toe with Volkov.
He could just come out of the gates hot and just start.
He went the distance with Volkov, and it was a competitive fight.
Yeah, I don't think Volkov tried grappling him much, though.
No.
I think that's going to be the difference.
But then that's something that we could see he can grow. Like, hey, coming from a former football player who took up grappling.
Yeah,
Once I started getting ideas, I started, I'm bigger, stronger than these people. So it's going to be, I'm going to go with Spivak, and I think he wins by ground and pound or even a club and sub type deal. But Greg Hardy can, he's a big motherfucker. 6'5", he got a bigger reach advantage, Again, I think Spivak ends up he has more tools.
Yeah.
He's almost got 30 pounds on him.
Yeah, Greg Hardy's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he's going to be
He
more
has to cut
athletic.
to
He's
get
going to
the
be more
heavyweight.
athletic. He's going to be faster.
Yeah, he has to cut to get the heavyweight. This is going to be another fun
It's
fight,
a tough one.
Turner, Malarkey.
I like the Malarkey side.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Turner can knock him out.
Here's the thing. Justin Turner is huge for 55, but he's not that much bigger than Malarkey. Look at the numbers.
Well, it's
6'3"
height
6
discrepancy, but
The reach,
The reach isn't that bad.
It's close. But I think this one's going to end in knockout. Who lands first?
yeah.
Malarkey's got fire. Got power in his fist. I like him at the underdog.
Comes
as far as the
forward.
bet goes.
Who's going to push the action? I think Malarkey's going to push the action.
I think as far as head-to-head picks goes, I'm going to play some strategy, and whoever you don't pick, I'm going to pick. I think it's a pick 'em. I really think this fight is a pick 'em fight. Both guys are young, talented, big frames for that weight class. And again, either one can win this fight. And it's going to end in a knockout.
And that's the prelim.
Featured prelim?
Featured prelim.
Featured prelim.
And then we got this one's going to be a banger, I think.
Marina, right? This is going to be on the feet the whole time.
On the feet the whole time. I got Rodriguez piecing
I think,
up Jan.
yeah, Rodriguez wins this, and she's getting that much closer to a title fight.
I think she might get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
you got.
I thought she was higher up than
you got Esparza fighting, for the title next, right?
Have they confirmed that? I don't think they've confirmed it.
I think so. I don't think they've actually booked it, but they're pretty much set in stone. Joanna's kind of just floating out in the ether.
I thought she wasn't going to fight. She said she'd only come back if it was for the right payday or something.
She
Or
said-
only title fights.
or she either wants a Whaley rematch or a title fight, but she's also said that Carla's going to get it, so Carla deserves it. So I mean, I think Marina's right up there in that picture. She looked great against fucking was it Dern? Right when Dern, she fucking fucked Dern up. Dern had that moment. She got mounted by Mackenzie Dern, survived it.
Yeah.
So if it does go to the ground, she's fucking pretty sharp. And her stand up, I think she wins by decision. I don't think she finishes her though.
I think Marina wins for sure.
Yeah, me too.
This was tough for me to
30-27.
call too. Either I think Kennedy knocks him out, or Nick decisions him, like grapples him, or something.
But Kennedy's kind of got a soft chin though too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could get knocked out in like a close clinch
These
situation
are two
or something.
big, heavy motherfuckers that are going to be throwing bombs too. I like Negreanu early, but Kennedy's that fucking guy that as the fight wears on, he's got that huge size. He's fucking he's got power, right? He wins when he wins. He puts people to sleep.
Yeah, this one's tough. What are
Again,
the odds
this
on
is
this?
the
Plus
pick 'em.
another close
This
to
is the
pick 'em,
fight.
yeah.
But I like this. Like we're sitting there debating this because either one of these guys can win this fight.
Yeah.
This is wide open, and I like Kennedy just because of the size, and that's why
he's got
the
5 inches on him.
He's huge, 5-inch height and reach, and I think it's going to be primarily stand up.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to take Kennedy down with that size advantage too.
Second bad blood fight of the night.
Yeah, this one's got
Which
the real bad.
Agapova
Morant.
shows up.
Oh, I think Agapova's back. I think she's back. She looks sharp
this
as fuck.
This flipped.
Yeah.
Agapova was the favorite at one point.
Yeah, give me
Big line
give me
movement, I
Agapova
think.
in this one. She's the more talented fighter. She's fucking
pissed off because Marina Moroz has been fucking talking shit about her, saying she's threatening pregnant women and using all kinds of drugs, and they're former teammates as well. Mary Agapova, famous for one of the biggest upset losses before Juliana Pena.
Shayna Dobson.
Yeah, Shayna Dobson. It was like plus whatever until fucking Juliana Pena came through and shocked the world. But since then, she came back out. Who'd she just fucking ice for last fight?
Who?
Agapova.
Mazzo.
Wait,
yeah,
this is
club and sub type deal. Looked angry, looked sharp, looked like the prospect we thought she was. And Moroz has been off for a long time.
think
When was her last fight?
Tapology's wrong. Because on best fight odds, Agapova's minus 210, Moroz is plus 175.
What is it on DraftKings? Bueno Silva decision. That's a decent win. It's been a long time, over a year, right? I like Agapova.
Almost 2 years.
I'm
year
just
and
curious
11
if like
months.
Yeah.
Moroz comes out with a heavy grapple game, it could.
But she's been out for 2 years, man. That's a long, long layoff. And she decisions Sabina Mazo, dude. That's not something.
Yeah, and
Agapova's minus 210. I think they're just this is
Yeah,
mixed.
I got Agapova in this fight. She should be a minus
I mean, if
210.
she
That
shows
seems
up and
about
she
right.
fights like she can and doesn't gas out and blow her load, yeah, she
I
should
think
win.
she wins by knockout too.
Nurmagomedov.
I think we're gonna sense ourselves a grapple fuck, right? We just
Yeah.
saw it. Huge favorite.
Nurmagomedov.
That's a wide line.
That
I
is
think.
very wide.
Brian Kelleher's got some power in his hands, and for a guy like Umar who likes to shoot takedowns,
Is this-
got a sick fucking guillotine.
Is this down at bantamweight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Kelleher's got known for two things: boom, you got the boom in his hands, and he's got a fucking
Guillotines.
sick fucking guillotine for a guy who likes to shoot takedowns. Minus 670. I'm not going to put one dime on Umar Nurmagomedov, but I'm going to pick him to win this fight.
Yeah, he'll probably win.
by submission.
Or lots of top control.
Yeah,
Put him in your parlay.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a parlay guy.
He's a parlay piece for sure. This one's a tough one.
Tim Elliott.
Yeah, because Tim Elliott's scrappy.
Here's why
Beckhoff.
Tim Elliott is going to be losing this fight unless he wins it, if that makes sense.
It's going to be a fun fight. He's
Tim
going to make it
Elliott
fun.
likes to be accept bottom position. He gets controlled a lot, but he also catches subs.
I think-
he also strikes.
We might see Ulanbekov get a finish, though. He hasn't been getting finishes, I don't
I don't
think.
think he has any finishes.
But he likes to stand up. He's one of those Russians that don't like to do a lot of takedowns, I don't think.
But he had a decent takedown. I mean, he's not going to fucking.
Nascimento kept taking him down.
Yeah, he's,
exchanging with him, but
We got back in there.
I think
guerrilla fighting, whatever the fuck that is.
okay.
But not in the UFC. He doesn't have any finishes. But again, Dylan Beckhoff has a fair share of wrestling. He's still gonna. I think it's gonna end up being a lot of grappling in this fight. Can Elliott pull off some kind of veteran move, submission, maybe catch him coming in at one point and rock him? I think Dylan Beckhoff wins this fight by decision.
Yeah, I'm with Tagir. I think he finishes him on the feet. I think he'll knock him out.
Two more fights.
I'm all over Smith on this one.
Smith, especially after what I've seen from.
I'm all on Mr.
I think he's a
Ludwig
one-hit
Klein.
wonder.
Mr. Highlight has not given me one fucking highlight.
Yeah.
Like he got.
Well, he got that one head kick, right?
What was that in the contender series?
Fight Island or some shit.
Oh yeah, Shane.
Yeah,
Young.
Shane Young.
After the hot cup.
Yeah.
But then he comes out, gets decision by
Landwehr.
My boy Landwehr fucked him up.
Trezano.
Trezano decisions him, and my boy Landwehr fucked him up. He beat the shit out of him until he got the
I mean,
anaconda
the
choke.
train's crazy though.
Can we get Landwehr versus Bryce Mitchell?
Oh, that'd be great.
Can we get that fight?
No. Can we just get an interview?
Could they just get like a tag team?
Yeah.
Like that, if there was ever tag team MMA, give
Yeah.
me fucking Nate
I'm pretty
Landwehr
sure
and Bryce Mitchell.
Malarkey knocked out Smith, right? Was it Malarkey?
Yeah, iced him. You
Yeah.
had Smith in that fight.
Yeah.
I remember that because I was all in your face for that. But
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is fucking big, strong. I think he's gonna put fucking Ludwig Klein to
He
sleep.
should.
Again, Malarkey had crazy reach, right? We
Yeah.
showed like fuck, he's almost the
Malarkey's
same
a
thing.
tough
He's almost the same size as
Aussie
Jalen Turner, who's
bastard.
giant for that size.
Yeah.
So again, and then Ludwig Klein's not like that.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Dustin Jacoby.
I think Jacoby wins. I think he does enough.
I like Prince Michael early with the power. If it's the longer this fight goes, it's going to be Dustin Jacoby
Yeah.
by volume winning. Dustin Jacoby's on fire right
Yeah,
now.
he's gonna be bigger too.
That's one of the most impressive draws of all time too. In the middle there, he fought Ion Catalaba, who's the fucking the whatever Hulk,
Yeah.
the Incredible Hulk, crazy fucking monster who broke Devin Clark's teeth in a fight. Right,
Yeah.
the first round gets taken down like 9 times, manhandled 10-8 round.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and wins the next 2 rounds of the fight to get a draw. So that's one of the most impressive draws I've ever seen in my life. He left the UFC for a while, came back, and I think he's lost since.
He hasn't lost since.
So I think he moves on and gets a decision win here. The Hanyak.
All right, what's our lock of the night when we look at our
This gonna be,
main card?
I'm going to go Kevin Holland for my lock of the night.
Kevin
Holland.
Holland.
And to take one step further, I think
No Thug Nasty.
Let's see. Let's scroll down this list.
There's another one right there. We just passed one.
I'd probably take Marina Rodriguez.
That's what I was thinking too.
Or Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
But I'm more comfortable with Marina than I am Umar. Like
It's because dudes, right?
Yeah.
like fucking one
I mean, I don't
dude
want to
and
pick
that-
Covington. I just don't think Masvidal's going to beat Covington.
I mean, if I'm leaning, I would say 60-40 Colby.
But then again, I'm not paying that price for Covington. But I'll pay the price. I guess
just
if
don't
I'm
see where
locking
Cowboy
something.
beats Kevin Holland. I just don't see it. What scenario?
Yeah. What about a lock that's under minus 200?
Is Kevin Holland over 200?
Kevin Holland's over 200, I think.
That's not a lock then.
Yeah.
Minus 250.
It's like if you had to lock somebody that was closer to a pick'em, who would you do? That kind of makes it interesting, right?
That's why I wouldn't want to lock him because it's a pick him. You don't want to lock a pick him.
I'd probably, I'm just for fun though. Like if you had to, where you could Spivak maybe.
I would probably go.
He's minus 220.
Yeah, I don't think there's many.
No, I don't think there's any really a spot to do
You
it.
got Turner Malarkey and you got fucking.
I'd probably, I don't know.
Turner Malarkey. I'd probably go fucking Turner then because I think that fight's a pick him.
Yeah.
100% Turner can win it. But man, yeah, my lock of the night is Kevin Holland. I ain't fucking around with that bullshit. I already got fucked by Turd Man. I'm not doing it twice.
Watch Oliveira win.
Hey, you know what though?
Oliveira subs him or some shit.
Then we'll have a pattern. We'll know my lock of the night. Fade that shit and put your money on the other side. Either way helps people out.
Oh God.
It's kind of a shitty poster though.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Like how they put together the Bobby Green Islam one look better than that one. Former friends, bitter rivals.
Doesn't look like a very tense
Enclosure
poster though.
octagon. No.
Just plugging in my computer.
Welterweight bout.
How about this? Well, we should start doing now for pay-per-views. We've guessed the buys.
Oh, I wouldn't have an idea. This one maybe
a great pay-per-view is like $1 billion.
This one 300,000 or 400,000.
Oh, I think it's over 5.
You think so?
I think it's over 5.
You think Masvidal has that? They have enough?
Yeah, this is good. This
I
one's
don't know.
at
I
least
think
5. Again, a great one's $1 million.
I think the rest of the card's too weak.
I know that the card is
From
pretty, You just got Bryce Mitchell, who everyone wants to murder now.
I'm talking about like from a casual.
Yeah, but I think
from a casual standpoint,
You got
Fans.
Greg Hardy. Casuals love Greg Hardy because that's a
but
big name.
the one that'll have those multiple title fights. Who is it? Like Jan Sterling.
They're supposed to. Be
Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, those ones will draw.
Like those.
But those are the ones that go like 600-700.
I'm saying 300,000 or 400,000 probably for this one.
Well, yeah, I gotta look and see the last time Masvidal. What his? I think it's at least 500,000 sales.
What was the last Masvidal Usman one?
It was over that. It was definitely over that.
Yeah. All right, let's go to what happened. What's going on in this week in MMA?
You gotta keep moving this one, right?
Yep.
Hey, the more it
Glover
moves,
and Yuri
the
moved
more-
to 275.
the more this one moves, the more I like Yuri because that means Glover's getting older.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
Like, fuck, they keep moving his back. This motherfucker's gonna be a senior citizen.
I just feel like he's gonna keep spoiling the party, Glover.
No,
He's
man.
gonna take Yuri down.
Dude, I don't even. Yuri can't lose. Like that guy's a fucking monster. He's a freak. I think Glover Teixeira had his fucking moment, his Rocky Balboa moment, got his win, and I think Yuri's gonna give us a slice of reality and fucking put him to sleep. It's gonna be pretty bad.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not counting Glover out. That
Right.
motherfucker.
You can't.
He gets beat up for the first minute of the fight, and then he finds a way to fucking win.
Yeah, but man, Yuri,
We don't
beat up.
has Yuri's takedown defense really been tested? He's been put on his back.
Glover
Glover will do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. But again, he's working with fucking Fight Ready right now. He's working with Cejudo and John Jones right now.
Usman
So-
Covington 2, 700,000 bucks.
Yeah, so I'm saying 5. Saying
5?
less than that.
What else? Oh, we talk about bonuses.
Fucking it. Are you rubbing it in? What the? I didn't even know that.
Sherman gets performance
Why?
performance check.
That was an
for
armbar from
submission.
guard, dude. That's weak. That's day
Which
one.
makes it even more impressive. It shouldn't be happening in the UFC.
That's not. Look, if
Come
you ever
on.
listen, anybody who grapples knows this. If you get an arm bar from guard, that's not you. That's that motherfucker sucks.
on top of you. You should never, ever get armbarred from guard.
Yeah.
Never, ever. That's like day one shit. We laugh about it when we drill. Like, we're never going to get it, but we might as well
Yeah.
try it. You're like,
It sets up a lot of other things.
Yeah, that's what you use that to pass the
Good
sweep.
mechanics for sweeps and
Yeah,
shit.
that's what you use that for. Because again, anybody who's week one white belts can get out of that shit. Right? That should not happen. Fuck that. There's just nothing else to talk. What's his name? Bajo Mundez's submission was way better than that.
Yeah.
That's a way better.
It still kind of makes it impressive, though. Like, you shouldn't be hitting that.
Because that's on Serkinov.
Serkinov should be cut.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, yeah, he just lost 2 fights at fucking middleweight.
He's a black belt, too, isn't he? They're both black belts. I
Yeah,
think.
he just lost 2 fights at middleweight after cutting down to getting a bunch of losses at light heavy. Where do you usually go? Where do you go to welter?
He can't make welter. He's too
Fucking turd man.
muscly.
Although again, turd man on the flip side, he is pretty young, so improvements can happen.
He's the protege from
That's what they
Brazil.
say. He's working with Glover, right?
What else we got here?
What in the
What?
fuck?
What year
Shogun and OSP.
is this? What year are we living in right now?
Whoa.
This is. I mean,
Is this at heavyweight?
last time
Yes.
we saw Shogun, he was getting
light
fucking oil
heavyweight.
checked.
Wait,
You remember
is
that?
what they're saying?
Yeah.
Was it Paul Craig?
Yeah.
Paul Craig was oil checking last time we saw fucking Shogun. I
Paul
thought that was
Craig
it.
in
And that was like right when
255.
we started the show. It was like right when we started doing the podcast. It was like one of the first things we talked about was the oil
Yeah, the
check
oil
by
check.
Shogun. By Shogun.
Man, I guess Shogun's just got the itch. He's been hanging around. I think he's been in the corner of some people. Maybe he's just got the itch.
Shogun
Was he in Johnny Walker's corner?
got the
previously?
title at UFC 113.
Wow.
I mean, I think for all that joking, I think Shogun wins this fight.
He could win the fight. It's St. Preux who
OSP
likes to-
never looks like he cares about being there.
Yeah.
He looks like I'm just going to show up. He's been beaten by lesser opponents before, and Shogun's not a lesser opponent. He's just an older opponent.
Yeah.
Like if these guys are both their prime, I'm taking fucking Shogun 100% of the
All
time.
day.
100% of the time. So I mean, I think Shogun wins this fight, but why?
So this is at light heavyweight.
I mean, I guess make their money.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't say. It's just
It's
talking
gotta
about
be.
their previous fights.
It's going to be
at-
catch weight of 240.
Yeah, fight announcement, light heavyweight fight, 205. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Shogun in that fight, but I mean, why?
Yeah.
Neither one of these guys. I mean, guys, give him a check. I think loser goes home, right?
For sure. OSP hasn't won one in how long now?
I don't even know.
Hmm.
Was he at Von Prue one more time?
I'd like to see it.
All right, let's keep rolling. Misha Tate
won Big
wins
Brother, right?
Big Brother. I don't watch.
Yeah,
Big
I didn't
Brother,
watch
but
it, but I knew that she was on it.
I had no idea. She
But I
was
didn't. I don't even know. I guess CBS it says right there. But she won. She won
Yeah.
Big Brother.
Which is what do you get a
Like
huge
100,000 like that?
prize? No, it got to be a mill or
$250.
$250,000.
I was closer than you were, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so that's like 5 fights for her. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest payday she ever got, probably.
She don't get punched in the face either.
Oh no, did she headline 200?
She may have invented something.
I think UFC 200, didn't she against Nunes? Because fucking John Jones. Ended up being-
Celebrity Big
Nunes
Brother.
and
Who
Nate
else was
Tate,
on
wasn't
there?
And getting ready for
I
her
don't even
bout with Lauren Murphy.
Yeah, she's
I
dropping.
don't. I mean, I saw like a clip. I don't know who else is on
You think
that
she beats
show.
Lauren Murphy?
No, she should.
There's a
But I
bunch
don't
of
know.
people.
Well, Murphy's tough.
Yeah, that one's. I picked that one to go the distance for sure.
I don't see who else was on the show.
Yeah, it's kind of because I was on Twitter. People were talking about it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, good for her.
Chris Kattan
Oh,
was on
that's
the show.
right.
That
He was on.
Chris
wait, here.
Kattan. Who's Chris
Other
Kattan?
members.
Is that the one from American Pie?
no, Chris
He was
Kattan
like
is
the-
Night of the Roxbury.
What is
the other guy.
love?
Yeah,
Baby?
the other
okay,
one.
Okay,
Corky
okay.
Romano.
Yeah, Corky Romano. All right.
Lamar Odom, Chris
Todrick Hall.
Kirkpatrick from NSYNC,
Oh,
Real
God.
Housewives Atlanta, Chris Kattan, Olympian,
Todd Bridges,
Wow.
Carson Kressley.
Todrick Hall,
I don't know
Real
many of those people.
Housewives. Yeah, I don't-
You know Todd Bridges, right?
Teddy Mellencamp.
I know
is
Shannon
that-
Moakler. She was when I was married to Travis Barker.
Oh, is that who that is?
yeah.
Yeah, then
Okay.
you got Carson was the guy from the first Queer Eye, the famous, the real big, the guy kind of looks like Bill Maher.
Okay.
He's like the gay Bill Maher.
All right. Well, good for Misha Tate.
What do you do on Big Brother though? I
Continue
thought it was
to
like the real
spotlight.
world. How do you
I
win?
think I don't know. Maybe you
Like,
get voted off.
Every shot I've ever seen of Big Brother is people in a hot tub. So how do you
Right.
win?
Man.
who stays in the hot tub
The longest.
I didn't hear
picture.
this. I just saw some.
They fucking that picture looks way grainier than it should. That's a picture they use when people blow up a fucking school.
Yeah.
Like that's bullshit right there.
That's storming the Capitol.
Hawani,
Yeah.
Bryce Mitchell talk. I heard Bryce Mitchell didn't talk about fighting at all. He talked about
Well,
conspiracies and
Ariel's
guns.
definitely let him in. Yeah, he was really big heavy. Like that's why I was talking about he needs Alex Jones to walk him out. He's talking about false flags and
Yeah.
they try to take our guns, trying to take our guns, and he had a big Glock in his hand and he was showing it off the whole time. What provoked it? I don't really. Again, I didn't watch the whole interview. I just saw the clips on Twitter and shit like that going around. Look, Bryce Mitchell's from Arkansas. Right? Nothing he said surprised me.
Yeah, what he's saying is
whatsoever.
not controversial where he's from.
No, it's everyday talk around there, right? That's the beautiful thing about social media, right? You can see what all people think,
Yeah.
right? Good, bad, everything in between.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I think Bryce has the right to talk about whatever he wants.
Right.
And, I mean, I guess it is an MMA show, but
Like, do they expect MMA fighters to be like brilliant, like on like politics and like law and everything else in between? Like, no, you're like what? Like, what do you?
his
what do you
name
think
is
leads a person to
Thug
fight?
Nasty.
Right, his name is Thug Nasty. He just dropped a fucking a rap album named Arcan Dangerous. Like, I mean, like, what again? Maybe it's because I have some, redneck family. Like I hear this all the time. Like this is how that part of the world
They should
thinks.
look more
man.
into it from a different perspective.
I think it's kind of like when rap music first hit the the public sphere. Like what they're talking about drug dealing and shooting
Yeah.
guns. Like and like they're like that's what our everyday life is, right? So again, the white trash beautiful. Like I got family that I know. I've seen that firsthand, so it doesn't really shock me when I hear shit
Let
like
people
that.
have their opinions. He probably thinks everybody
hurt.
else's opinions are controversial.
I mean, he didn't hurt nobody.
No.
It's silly. I mean, whatever.
I mean, yeah, it just says underlying topics were government tyranny, forced vaccines, possibility of government trying to take away the right to bear arms. Also, Mitchell made claims in the segment, including stating that many mass shootings in the United States are inside jobs in an attempt to ban guns.
I'll tell you what, though. If the grid ever goes down, I'm calling up Thug Nasty. All right?
I don't know.
I
don't
may
wanna-
not- I don't want
wanna
him to
live
be-
that life.
I mean, the grid goes down, you got no choice. Trust me, he's cooking squirrels. Like, he's out there catching, plucking the ducks.
That doesn't sound. Just kill me.
Right, I
I don't want to eat squirrel. I'm good. Like if the grid
to the
goes
squirrel?
down,
think it'd be
what's in
kinda
the
fun,
squirrel and a
actually.
cow?
I mean, one's a rodent, one's basically
It's protein. It's protein.
it's all fuel, bro.
It's all,
I think the
there's
first-
no such thing as a clean animal, is all I'm saying.
The worst part of it would be the first few initial weeks, then you kind of settle in. and you
If
kinda
there
find
was
your-
like hope that we were gonna get through something in a couple weeks, like all right, let's figure this out.
There's sometimes I kind of wish like The Walking Dead was real. Like, it's a simple life, man. All you got to worry about.
I don't know.
Still, all you got to worry about is
Dude,
staying
people
alive.
be killing the fuck out of each other.
At first. At first.
Good. If it's gonna be a long, we got a couple weeks, we might get past it. Like all right, but if this is like a new world and now we got to start over, and
But here's the thing: if they said it's gonna be a couple of weeks, they're lying. This was all supposed to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. So, so if they say it's gonna be 2 weeks, strap in for 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
but anyway, Bryce Mitchell again does not shock me with anything he says. I think people again just want everyone to think the way they want. If they don't think like me, they're a bad person. Put them on the other
Right.
side. Put them in the corner.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing to address.
Like again,
Yeah.
I don't like follow his politics. Then
Yeah.
Right.
don't agree
not
with him.
getting my politics from Thug
Right,
Nasty.
exactly.
Do you feel that
Exactly.
insecure that he's going to sway your opinion? Like, you got to get so
That-
defensive
yeah.
about it. Like,
Yeah. Did they make
Just
you doubt?
listen to what he has to
Did
say,
he
okay.
make you doubt school shootings? Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, up next, what do we got? Gegard
Not
Mousasi
interested.
opened to boxing with Anderson Silva.
he wants. Why don't they have an MMA fight?
yeah. I mean, they're MMA fighters.
Like, why don't they have? Well, they're both. Anderson's a free agent, right?
It's time for boxers to come back in the MMA ring. That I'll be interested in. Until then, I don't care. I
Like,
want to
I-
watch two MMA guys box.
I mean, the problem is, I think if they do the MMA, Musasi fucking ices Silva right now.
Well, it's more money,
I
right? That's
iced him
why they
either
want
way.
to box.
He probably
They'll
iced
get
him
paid
either way.
more.
That does make a lot more sense.
They'll
I
make a
didn't
lot
think of
more
that at
money
all.
boxing than they will.
Although
fighting.
apparently everybody's so rich that goes to Bellator, right? That's what everyone says. You go to Bellator, you're so rich.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fight that we never got to see. It would have been awesome.
Like, how
If
are
it
the
would happen in
Bellator
their
fighters
primes,
making more than the UFC fighters? I just don't understand that. Like, Is Showtime paying out that much money to?
Well, one factor is the fucking undercard guys ain't making shit.
Right.
They're not making.
And I think there's more of a direct line of like pay-per-view sales, management.
People buy
production
pay-per-views.
No, there is no pay-per-views for.
Yeah, this is on Showtime, right? So
it's all
subscription,
Showtime.
like percentage of subscriptions.
It's Showtime.
Yeah, subscription.
It's Showtime money, advertising money. Again, that's why they'll come over and get their big money for sure. But again, like,
what they say,
1-1.
UFC pays out like 15% of their annual revenue to fighters.
Right.
That number is a lot different, I think, when it goes to boxing. Like, the money gets split a little more evenly. So even if it's a smaller pool,
but they're
bigger percentage.
You never get the best fighters against each other.
Yeah.
Right. it's a give or take,
Moving on. Not that I like to get into personal shit here, but John Jones and his fiance split after the video of John Jones emerges of him headbutting the police car.
That was wild.
That was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the video came out
The
recently.
video just came out.
He fucking legit headbutts the goddamn cop car.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And he keeps calling them nerds.
Hard. And he didn't get shook.
Well, then Covington went after him, too, right?
Yeah, good luck, Colby.
He said he finally knocked some sense into her because she left. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to, John Jones got his demons. He's got his problems. We all know that. Whether you would like him, hate him, love him, against him. But, this guy definitely has something he's got to deal with.
Well, that video right after it where his wife was like in the car with him.
Yeah, the hostage video.
That was a little.
Again, I was never in the car with them. I never seen what happened. What I hear, if it's true, that's fucking terrible.
Right.
She obviously wanted to leave, so that means something as well. That's their shit. That's not. That's not my shit. I don't know.
Well, now he's gonna have to fight because he's gonna lose half of the money.
They're not married.
No, well, but they got kids, right? And she's grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
But you can't get alimony if you aren't married, can you?
I think you can.
You probably can. It's probably like a
if
squatting
it's been long
type thing.
enough.
What the fuck?
If you've been together for so long,
What the fuck?
Right.
like squatting at
What
home,
the fuck?
Right. And you got 3 kids or whatever it is. You know,
child support, they'll get that for sure.
Right.
I mean, if she's getting her ass beat, she probably deserves it. I'm just saying, man.
I don't know about
Not
that.
not that she deserves the ass, but she deserves some money.
No,
Not the
I don't
beating,
deserve
Mike.
that. I'm talking about the money. I don't know if she deserved the ass whooping.
I'm like, wait, that could go both ways.
What if she shot a double on him or something? Who knows? Who knows what she did?
Yeah, maybe she was. You never know. We don't know the details, right?
Again, we don't even know if it really happened. We don't know if it really happened. I wasn't there.
No. Yeah.
There was no charges filed.
Well,
right?
she dropped them, right?
So again, who knows the ins and outs of the relationship? But yeah,
Maybe she dropped. You don't know.
John Jones
open up that
is
can of
just
worms.
John
MMA
Jones.
podcast.
He's just a fucking magnet. He's just a magnet for shit. That's basically what it is.
A cut from the UFC. Alexis Davis, after a
good.
win, she gets cut.
Well, it was kind of not that great of a performance. I don't even know if she really technically won that fight. Who was it against?
Yeah,
Stoliarenko?
Yeah, what does it? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
That fight just happened. I already forgot about it.
Yeah,
it was like
bad.
2 weeks ago. I mean, where was her ceiling? Where would she go? She's been around forever.
And finally,
Here's what really this is. Like, she has beat Stoliarenko, somewhat of a prospect. Like, we need to get rid of this chick. If she's gonna beat her prospects, she's never gonna be a champion. Get rid of her.
Yeah.
right. Friend of the podcast
My boy,
Man,
Big D, Daniel.
Laying the leather, huh?
Man,
comes up with the win.
That's 3 in a row, isn't it?
He's got more than like 5 in a row or something like that.
and he just kind of
it's a big run he's on right
pounds
now.
him.
Finishes too.
Ukraine
man.
needs to get in touch with him.
Well, so
He's in Moscow right now.
right, yeah. So I was thinking of like
I was
one of the largest black Moscow right
Yeah, man, just throwing fucking bomb. Look, he's looking lean too, Daniel. Way to get in shape, man.
Yeah,
This
he's
guy
looking
is
good.
He's fucking just taking it to the next level. It sucks that in that company's an ACA, one of the big European companies.
Yeah.
His training partner is the heavyweight champion. So I don't know if
big
he.
dude.
I don't know if he's ever gonna chase that title because that's his boy. But man, he's
Smolder
fucking crushing over there. I was gonna make some Russia jokes, but I don't want to fuck him up. He's over. He's overseas right now.
Did he get a new Instagram account yet? His got hacked.
He's got hacked. Yeah, people were asking. He was asking people for money on Instagram.
93,000 sniper or something.
Yeah, man.
Some
that
like
was-
India. It looks
Yeah,
like some
yeah. He
from India.
got hacked. There's been a lot of hacks on social media lately, but yeah, big shout out to Danny. He's on a roll, man. Just fucking putting people to sleep.
How many fights is he away from? Well, his friend's the champion, right?
Yeah, his friend Tony Johnson, the Hulk, is it? But he relinquished the title though too. I think.
So again, hopefully he gets that opportunity. He almost had the LFA title, right?
Yeah.
He was beating the shit out of the dude in the fight. He got through a legal knee late. He Peter Yoned him.
Okay.
He Peter Yoned him late and got the fucking got a disqualification in there. But ever since he went to ACA, he's been icing fucking people. Let's see. He lost a decision.
3 in a row.
He lost a decision, which was pretty close. But he's 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 over there in ACA, putting people out. Yeah, Brett Martin was the legal knees in round 5. He was winning that fight too. And he ended up losing that. So that was for the LFA heavyweight title. He's been in ACA ever since. And again, 3 in a row, 4 out of 5.
Finished the last 3.
Yeah. That's how Daniel wins.
Yeah.
Daniel does not see the scorecards too often. But yeah, big power puncher. I've been trying to get him back home so I can get some fucking grappling rounds in with him.
3 fights in 2021. You know,
he's putting his work over
active,
there.
You know.
Yeah, I texted him after the fight. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, yeah, man, just another day at the office, huh? Went in, round 1, knockout.
Is it like half pay to show, other half to
I have to ask him. How they do it over there. I know he's made. Here's what I know for sure when it comes money-wise. Tough, the new season, where it's like 30, whatever they're doing now. Heavyweights are on it. So I was like, hey, man, you going to be on Tough? He goes, the UFC can't pay me enough money to come on.
wow.
So whatever he's making over there, he's doing good. Does not even have an interest in the UFC. Come back over. So he's
and
right.
he was the, I don't know if you call that co-main event. He was number 3 on the card.
He's right there, right towards the top.
Coco Main.
Yeah, co-main.
The Coco Main.
All right, well, I think that does it for this week of In the Gut.
Yeah, man, we got all our posts. Maybe we'll do not a full-fledged live stream, but if you want to do like we did on Instagram that one time for this one. It turned out great for you that night.
Yeah, maybe we do.
I don't even remember most of that.
I don't hate the idea.
Follow us on our socials, and you'll see if we do a live thing.
InTheGuardPodcast.com, where we posted all of our DraftKings picks, our sportsbook picks, all that stuff all week longer, head-to-head, where we're still even. We're not even. We were even last week, so we didn't close any. No difference. No difference in the head-to-head.
See you next week.
Later.